Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Now last time you joined us we was building the shower enclosure. That's all finished. We've got the boxing in section done there for the pipework and the ducting and to mount the taps and everything. We've got the toilet box there, you can just see that there. That's all in place. It's all done, built. One thing we've got to do now is waterproof it. So today we're going to use a tanking kit. We're going to show you all about that and tanking it, waterproofing all the wood and everything. We're going to get that done and then we'll start putting up the PVC panels on the walls. First thing we've got to do before we start tanking is put a hole in the floor because we need a drain. Now what we're thinking is we've got the drain here. That's our drain. So that has got to go. It can't go too close to the side because we've got to route out the surround here so it sits inside the floor. Well, sits flush to the floor. So we can't have it too close to the walls because we've got to get the router around it. So what we're thinking is probably somewhere in the middle. And then what we'll do is we'll just make sure that after we've had a shower, we just make sure all the water goes down it, and maybe with a squeegee or something. If that looks kind of in the middle, and then we'll drill the hole through. We'll seal up all the edges, paint the metalwork underneath, and then route out for this part, and then that'll be that ready to go in once we've got the actual flooring down. We can put it in, seal it up, and then put the plumbing in underneath the floor. That's the plan anyway. You know what plans are like, especially ours. They don't always go according to plan, but we'll show you what we're doing, show how we're doing it, and hopefully it works, fingers crossed. Anyway, enough talking, let's crack on. Right, what we've decided to do is use a couple of magnets. So I'm going to go underneath the van, put a magnet up roughly where we can put the drain hole, and we'll see if we can line them up on the top so we can kind of feel where we're going from the top and the bottom way, if that makes sense. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Alright, come outside, and typically it's raining, so it's going to get a bit wet. Anyway, let's get under the van, see what we can find. Oh, right, there we go. Now what I've got, obviously a very limited amount of space under here. We've got the door for the above here is the door for the shower, so we can't put it here. We've got the boxing in section over here, so we can't put it there. So to put it in the middle, I think we've got to come over. So what we've got is the leaf suspension and the suspension damper. I think we've got some space here. So if we put the magnet about there, that's kind of in the middle. We've also got to make sure that we've got enough room for the. So we've got to make sure we've got enough room for the for that as well to go on, which we have. So the best thing to do is see where this lines up the top, and then if this is in the right place, which I think it should be, we can just drill a pilot hole through from here, see where we end up, and then we'll come down through the other side with the big hole saw. Right, so that magnet should be around here somewhere. So I've got the other one, got another one here, so we should get some force coming back and pushing this magnet out of the way, because two magnets pushing together in on the same poles, they don't attract. So somewhere around here. Ah, there we go. You see that being pushed away. which means it's there. That's not too bad actually. Right, so we'll go back under the van now and take the magnet off, and then drill a little pilot hole up, then we can go down with the hole saw. First, there we go. Safety first. Let's see what I was drilling. There we go. Right, now that came through just about the right place where we wanted it. Just make it out there. So, kind of in the middle. Right, next job. Hole saw. It's a 48mm. Yeah, 48mm. There we go. Can't quite make that out, but I'll go straight through there, and then we can put the drain in. Right, hole drilled. That's fine. We just got to clean it up, clean up the metalwork on the other at the bottom as well. Get some red hammerite on there to stop the stop it rusting. Bit of breeze coming through already. Now this is what we've got so far to go in. Whoops, there we go. So that fits in there quite nicely. Goes down nice and straight. Now the only issue we've got to deal with is we need this to sit slightly below the surface of the wood, so that the water actually goes in it and doesn't settle around it. So we need to route out for this section to sit inside. So that's the next job. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the little insert bush here into the router. We'll make a template which is slightly bigger than the top of the drain. Doesn't have to be much bigger, well, about that much bigger really. We make that out. And then what we'll do is we'll run that around the inside of the template, and that should cut for the right size for that to sit in. Nothing's easy, is it? Right, so we've got a template here, marked out the drain there, slightly bigger, and then that's got to just account for the bush on the router. So we'll cut that out and we'll see if that fits. Right, there we go. One template, and then that just sits. That sits nicely in there. Now that'll obviously be a bit tighter than that because we've allowed for the bush as well. So, and then you've got the thickness of the flooring as well to go in between, because that'll sit underneath the rim as well. So that should be fine. Let's get that in the van and start routing that out. The light sanding. Oh, oh, better. Covered in sawdust. There we go. Let's see how this fits in. I know it fits in the hole, but how does it fit in the actual recess? That's not too bad. Sits alright. Brilliant. That's that job done. So today it's waterproofing and tanking day for the shower. Kelly's been busy filling all the corners and all the screw holes and everything, so that's all now ready to be sealed and tanked. I'll show you what we're going to use. Right, so we've got, this is the Everbuild tanking kit, aqua seal there, waterproof wet room system. So in the box we've got some tape. That's for all the corners. We have got another one of these because apparently you use quite a lot of this, and we've got a lot of corners. So you get about 10 metres of that. So we've got 20 metres of that in total. We've got a couple of patches of that, the same stuff, and that will go on the little drain hole there. It goes over there, so that will go on as well. We've got instruction kits, 1, 2, 3. It's a 3-part kit. First part of the kit is the tanking primer, so that goes on first. That just waterproofs all the wood, and then the tape goes on. Oh. And then what we've got here, we've got tanking membrane, so that's the final part. So, this is Kelly's job. Right, so where do we start?
Trying to open it. It's not open.
Start by opening the bottle.
Oh, can't do it. You do it.
Okay. Hold that. Okay.
Thank you. Start from the bottom up.
Oh, milky colour.
It's very runny.
Oh, that goes quite far then. Really runny.
Yeah. It's like painting on milk.
It's almost like the colour of your tea. Have you had your tea? We'll know when it's all dry. It only takes about an hour, is it?
An hour, yeah.
Yeah, an hour. It does smell a bit. Still, it shouldn't smell when it's dry, so that's all right.
So we've completed the first coat. Looks like the wood's slightly darkened where it's absorbed into the wood. We've used about a third. You probably can't see that in there, but about a third of the container. So we should get about 3 coats.
Right, that is the primer on. It's at about 3 coats in places. That's all dry now. So it does go a slightly darker colour once it's dried. Even the ceiling's had a couple of coats. So now it's time for taping. Right, do you know what you're doing?
This is the tape, yes. I think so.
You think so?
Give it a go.
Give it a go.
I need the roller.
Apparently that's not really that great. Everyone says that it falls apart after a few uses, so...
Give it a go. One continuous piece all the way round.
Sorry?
One continuous piece all the way round.
Yeah, I think so. Well, no. You're gonna... Well, you can do, I suppose. If you can do one continuous piece, but you're gonna have to cut it for the corners, aren't you?
Yeah. It's gonna cut there and then cross over. I think that should work. So if I cut it to the middle, in a straight line to the middle,
yeah,
and then it should hopefully just fold over, flap over itself.
Okay.
I think. Let's give it a try. Like that. That's a 90-degree fold. So that should work.
That should work, yeah. That looks good. Cool. Looks good.
That much. I don't know how big the other roll is.
That much of a roll already.
I haven't wasted any.
And you've done.
Well, I've got one bit that
You've done the floor.
I've decided not to.
And that one.
That bit wasn't long enough, so
Okay.
I'll keep that for a bit of the ceiling or something.
Yeah. We've got another. They're 10-metre rolls, but we've got another 10-metre roll somewhere. Right. Tell them what you just told me.
The roller fell off and went down there.
Down there.
Down there. I don't know where it's gone. I can't even see it.
Into the abyss.
Disappeared.
Try and find that.
And then tell me what you did with the other roller. What did you do? You left it at home.
I left it at home. It's.
Yeah.
I know where it is. At least I can reach it.
Yeah.
It's not stuck down there, is it?
Not at the time you reach it. I don't think maybe it ain't.
Right, so there you go. That's the shower done. Kelly's finished doing that. All taped up around the ceiling, down the sides. Toilet box been done as well. She's done all the corners and the square patch for the drains put in as well. Right, ready to start the third step, tanking.
Membrane. So, start from the bottom and paint it horizontally for the first coat. Let it dry for 6 hours and then do the brush strokes vertically, apparently.
Simple as that.
Simple as that.
We'll see how that works out then. Apparently it's blue. So if you get it on you, you look like a Smurf. Incidentally, if you like Smurfs, check out our Dubai video because we went to a little Smurflandy type place at the Miracle Garden. They look quite good.
I'm setting in the paint stuff, membrane, into the material of the tape and then going across.
Okay.
So it really sets in.
Yeah.
Because if you just do it like that, it doesn't really get into the tape. So I'm kind of trying to do it all ways and then I'll set it across horizontal, like the instructions say. It's just to make sure the final coat is 1mm thick. But I don't know how you meant to measure them, not 1mm.
No, I don't know. You can measure 1mm of paint. It's just best guess, I suppose. We'll just put on as many coats as we've got.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if we overdo it, you just don't want to underdo it.
No,
Right, so Kelly's just putting the first coat on the last wall, and then she's got the floor to do, and that's how much we've used. So we've got loads left over. So we should be able to do probably a good 3-4 coats, probably 4 coats with this. I've been busy as well. I'm not just sitting here doing nothing. I've got a floor down. I've done the floor. So we've got a nice wood effect lino on the floor now. Looks quite good. Get rid of all the old horrible looking plywood. Ooh. There we go. Just got to sort out this step here. But it's all been cut in nicely. Not too bad. Should be about the same colour as the door that's going on the bathroom and the slats on the ceiling. So it should all kind of match in. Hopefully, yeah, hopefully. Some people have been asking us what we're actually doing in terms of layout. Where's everything going to go? So I'll run through that very quickly now, just to get an idea. So we'll start at the back. Right, so we've got the units up. They'll be in another video. We're a little bit behind on the videos at the moment. So just some doors on there and some ceiling slats, and that'll be done. Bed will go across between the two bump out panels, bump out boxes. If you've not seen that video, check it out. So that's the bedroom area. So as we come back, we've got a small wardrobe that's going to be going in here. So we've got the back wall of it already up. So we'll have another wall coming down, and then we'll have the fridge in here. That's where the worktop will start here, and coming across about halfway across the door. So we'll have the fridge with some worktop, and then a sink there, and then a little flap up worktop bit there just for some extra workspace. And then we come across over here, and we're going to have our oven unit here. We've got a little air fryer oven type thing going in here, and then a narrow, probably 25mm or something, pull out section in between there and the seat, which will be there. And a nice little table will just be mounted on the wall coming out, so we can sit there and have our dinners and do our work and stuff like that. So there we go, we do have a plan.
Okay, so there we go. We've got the first coat on. It's still quite patchy, but we will put another 3, possibly even 4 coats on. Looking good.
Obviously Kelly's been nice and busy in here. That is the second coat of the tanking membrane. That's on. She's done the whole shower twice now. Still looking a little bit patchy in places, but apparently this is still, well, over half full, so we've got plenty we can still use. We're going to use all of it, we may as well, and then hopefully they'll be nicely covered, completely blue. Looks like a Smurf has been in there. We've got I've used some of the old lino from out here just to make a template. I'm going to take that out and transfer that onto the Altro flooring. This is what we're using. Whoa. Got kind of a non-slip feel to it. It's not too thick. That should be quite nice in there. There's our bit of flooring. Hopefully that'll fit nicely. Right, there we go. So that's a nice fit. I've had to round the corners off slightly because with all the tanking and the tape in the corners, it's not a sharp edge, sharp corner, so I had to round those off so it sits in nicely. But that works nicely. Happy with that. Right, so to stick the flooring down, using some of this is the Holden's, Bolden hybrid polymer grab adhesive. Got this from B&Q, they're about £7 each. We're using the same stuff to put the PVC panels on the walls as well, so got quite a bit, so we're going to use it on the floor as well. Now all I'm going to do is literally just put some lines, thin lines up and down here, and then we'll stick it on the floor. Simple. Right, so for the walls, we're using 1.5mm thick hygienic PVC panelling. We've got 4 sheets of 8x4, sorry, 5 sheets of 8x4, that should be enough. So I'll show you what we got. There we go. And that's just got underneath a peel on the back. So this is the back, this will be the front. We just peel that off when it's all stuck on. We've got the packaging, a lot of cardboard here, so we're going to use template, which is what Kelly's just cutting out. That way we won't make any mistakes. Fingers crossed. Famous last words. Let's see how we get on. Height's good. I don't think there's much difference between the top and the bottom, to be honest. Try it. I mean, it's not far off. Mm. Work out on the hands. Try the jigsaw next time. Let's see if this fits.
If you fitted it all on back to front, not the whole thing.
I did think that actually as I was putting it on. Is this side blue or is it white? Need the blue side in, blue side out, obviously. Right, so we've got the first wall up, we've got the top and the bottom parts done. You can see there we've just got the shelf there to go on. We'll put that on once the plumbing's done. We've got the tap on and leak tested everything. So we'll leave that as it is for now. Got the template for the back wall on. I haven't cut out the toilet. I'll do that once everything's all stuck on. I'll put a knife in there and just go around with a knife. But template looks good. So take a look. So what we've got to do now is just get this out, copied onto a proper part and stuck on. there we go. That is wall number 2 done.
There you go.
You see what I have to put up with. Supposed to be professional here. You can tell we're amateurs. Right, next template done. Seems to fit nicely. So we can get that taken out, transferred onto the PVC and get it stuck on. And Kelly can make some more faces on the wall.
Corners of it. Got that bit of wood.
Right, there we go, that's the ceiling up. I've just got a bit of king span on here just to hold it up with the third arm here. Kelly's given this a good vacuum out, good clean. We've got the holes for the warm air duct arm, we've got the holes for the shower mixer. We've just got to put the tap connectors behind here, screw those into place, and the tap can go on, and then we can get the shower put up here somewhere, up there. We've got the light fitting come through there, the wires for the light fitting. We've got a nice light going on here. So I think without further ado, we've got to get some peel off of here, which I find to be the most satisfying job in the world, taking peel off of things that are new. I hate it when people leave the peels on things like TVs and stuff like that. It's this is just really satisfying. Comment below if you find it satisfying taking a peel off. Ah, yeah. That feels good. Right, so it's looking a lot whiter in here now. Just got to seal up all the edges. But before we do that, so we can see what we're doing, I'm going to fit the light. Now what I've got is this LED dimmable light. It's got a built-in switch. You just see that on there. It's got a little blue night light on there. You can dim it to different settings. It's also IP44 rated, so it's okay for sort of getting splashed. It's not waterproof, but it is kind of splash proof, which is all we need for the shower. Better to be safe. So we're going to get that on now, and then we can switch that on and see what we're doing. So there's your night light. On, dim, off. Lovely. Right, so we'll put the light on. We'll see what we're doing. Right, there we go. So the tap is in. I haven't put the top on here yet because obviously we want to leak test it first. Make sure it's all nice and dry. Shower is in. Looking good. That's rubber hose, so it doesn't make too much noise. But yeah, happy with that. Looks good. So the only thing left to do in here now is to seal up and do the door. Right, there we go. All sealed up. Excuse the lines going across the screen, but it's the frequency of this light, so I can't do anything about it. But all sealed up. I've put some trim on here as well. Some corner trim. Just needs sealing at the corners and around the top and sides. So that's all done. Base is all sealed up. Again, I've got to do around the air vent and around the taps, just seal those properly. Right, so now we've lined the whole shower. We've got it all nicely lined out and sealed up. We've got to cut the toilet box out now, which is under here. So we drilled a few holes here. We're going to try and cut around the inside somehow.
Just this last small bit left.
Right, so Kelly's done the all the PVC cladding inside the box. So all we've got to do now is just start going around and putting some sealant in. Seal all this up. I've got some trim to go around the edge as well. Right, there we go. That's the box sealed up. All inside. We've just got to put the runners inside and then the drawer for the toilet to sit on. Trim all around the outside. Nicely done. Right, what I've got here, this is a windowsill, PVC windowsill. That's going to form the shelf in the shower room. PVC and therefore waterproof, nice and sturdy. Same colour as the walls currently, so that will do nicely. Right, so we did have a leak in here. It's been a bit relentless, but we've managed to stop the leak. It's just behind the shower mixer, so that's stopped. However, when I put this shelf onto here, I'm not going to know if it leaks. So to that end, what I've done, I'll just show you. You can't quite make it out, but just down there is a leak detector. So I've installed the leak detector in the bottom. If any water goes down and builds up in there, we will know about it. The one I'm using is one from X-Sense. So I've got that's the base station there. That's going to go up on the wall inside the cupboard. We already use X-Sense because we've got the smoke alarms in here as well. They also do carbon monoxide detectors. They all connect to the Wi-Fi on board, which means that once I'm out of the van, if anything goes off, it'll send a notification to the app on my phone and tell me if there's a smoke alarm, CO2 alarm or leak. So they also do a few other bits and pieces, a few other gadgets, so definitely worth thinking about. I'll put the link in the description below if you're interested. Now we've got 2 runners on, so they're lock in place, so that way the toilet won't be sliding around when we're driving. Literally just push these down and then it pulls out, and that'll lock in place there. So we can sit on the toilet without sliding around, and literally just push it down and it slides back in. Same with the other one, exactly the same. Pull it out. There we go. And we'll just put that back in like that. Locks. So all we've got to do now is we're going to make the shelf to go on here and then put the toilet on. Right, the wood has been treated. We've used some external wood treatment on that just to waterproof it, so I will paint it later on, but since we're going away this weekend I want the toilet in place, so that's what we're doing next. Right, let's sit on there. Okay, that's fine. And that one opens, that's great, so that's enough room. Take these out. There we go. Right, so for anyone who's interested in the toilet itself, this is the CompoCloset. I'll put a link in the description to the supplier, and I'll just pull it out. So, as with all composting toilets, it separates the solids and the liquids. You just open up the, don't worry, it is empty, all nice and empty and clean. You just open that up if you need to empty some solids, shall we say, and then the liquids go into this one. Nice and easy to empty that. You just take the cap off here and you can tip it away. We've got another cap that goes on here just to seal that up when we're carrying it, and then that's the waste where you put your coconut core or whatever it is you're going to use for your composting medium there. It has got a little carbon filter here which circulates the air. It doesn't filter it out of the toilet, it just circulates it through and then just traps any of the smells in the filter. 12 volt motor, fan for that, so there's a little plug underneath the toilet itself which I'm going to attach power supply, go out the back of the box, and that's that really. It's the CompoCloset. Little indicators here, and they just go onto the little screws there, and then that will illuminate the little red light on there. I'll just lick my finger and touch them. Right, where are they? There they are. There you go. You just about see the light come on there. The wet finger. So that'll illuminate when it's full and it needs emptying. But all in all, quite happy with it. It's nice and compact. It's from Germany, if I remember correctly. It's a German company. Not cheap, but I will put the link in the description if anyone's interested. Not sponsored, just telling you what we've got, and actually, you know, we have used it. I can recommend it. That's the CompoCloset. Well, that's it. That's the toilet, all sealed up, all waterproofed. We've got the seals down here to seal onto the door when it's closed. For anyone wondering why I haven't done the plastic right to the edge, it's because the door is the same thickness as this, so when I put that on, it didn't close. Right, so you get the little threshold on the bottom there just to direct the water off. This is sloped in woods as well, so any water that comes off here will come onto here and just run into the shower. You've got the seal all the way around. That's sealed against the plastic here. So that's how we waterproof the door. We've done that all the way around. Shower works nice as well. I'm going to turn it on because I'm going to get wet. But this is all waterproof now, this is all sealed. Happy with that. We might put some tiles, decorative tiles on here later on, some sticky tiles or something. Haven't quite decided. And then all we've got to do lastly is just put a waterproof door on here. I've got some 5mm Perspex sheet which I'm going to make a door out of somehow, but I won't do that in this video. I'll take that onto another video later on. Right, there you go. That is the shower enclosure done, waterproofed, except for the toilet door, which I said we'll do in another video. But that's all usable. Happy with that. If you enjoyed that video, please do subscribe. Now, for those of you that have been paying attention in the video, you'll notice that things have been appearing as we go along. The ceiling we've started. We've got the bed in there. We've got the units. We've even got kitchen, and that's because we've been using the van for festivals, and you would have seen by now our trip to Wales as well. We wanted to get it usable, so there's a few bits and pieces that we have done, not completed, but we've got it usable. So there's still plenty of videos to come on how we've been doing all of this. So please do remember to subscribe and join us for those. In the meantime, there's a couple of videos up here that you might be interested in. But until we come back to you, bye for now.